Look how soft they are. The taste, it's better than from a bakery. Let's make them together. In a smaller bowl, pour 200 milliliters of warm milk. Add 30 grams of fresh or 8 grams of dry yeast. 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. Mix everything and let it sit for about 10 minutes to activate the yeast. In a mixing bowl, place 800 grams of all-purpose flour. Add 1 tablespoon of salt and mix everything together. Next, add the activated yeast. Pour in 250 milliliters of warm water and 50 milliliters of oil. First, mix everything with a spoon, then knead the dough. The kneaded dough is drizzled with 30 milliliters of oil, and kneading continues. When the dough absorbs almost all the oil, remove it to a work surface. On the work surface, knead it a bit more. If the dough is a bit firmer or too soft and sticking to your hands, add oil in both cases and continue kneading. After kneading the dough, grease the same bowl. Or you can use a clean one if you prefer. Place the dough inside and drizzle it as well. Feel free to drizzle and coat it. Cover it with a bag or plastic wrap, whatever you have, then add a cloth. And leave it for 60 minutes to rest. After 60 minutes, remove the dough from the bowl. Flip it over and knead it a bit more. Now divide the dough into 8 roughly equal parts. Each piece will be shaped into a ball. If it's easier, do it this way. Then close it on the table. No oil or flour should be needed to do this. This dough is nicely soft and well oiled. Grease the work surface in front with oil. Then, place the dough balls. Each ball is then coated with a little oil on top. Then cover it with the same bag used over the dough. Add a cloth on top and leave for 15 to 20 minutes to soften the balls. Take out one at a time. Now roll them like this on the table. What length should they be? The length should be twice the length of your baking tray. When it seems stretched enough, take and measure it. Fold it in half and twist it. This method can be used too. Place it immediately in the tray. Repeat the process with the remaining dough parts. This dough can be left to rest even longer. Up to an hour. If you're doing some work, the dough can rest longer. If it rests for 30 minutes, it will be perfect for rolling out. Place the last braid like this and coat each with a little oil. In this small bowl, I have very little oil, so I'll dip each time. Dipping the brush each time is not necessary if you have more oil. I'm only using up these leftovers. After coating, place it back in the same bag. Cover with a cloth and leave for 30 minutes to rest. After 30 minutes, everything looks like this. It has risen nicely, and now we will gently coat it with oil again. For this entire video recipe, I have used between 100 and 120 milliliters of oil, so do not think it is too much. No need to worry. This dough will absorb all the oil, and it will be nice, soft, and airy. To finish, you can sprinkle everything with sesame or any seeds of your choice. Now that we do this, we will turn on the oven to preheat to 200 degrees Celsius, and then we will bake them. The braids are baked. The baking time is around 25 minutes. If desired, they can be brushed on top with a bit of oil. If you want the crust to be softer, or left to cool a bit if you want the crust to remain crispy. Look how soft they are. Nice and airy, better than from a bakery.